forever and always. Welcome to another edition of the Man, I'm tongue-tied. This is the Reality's Temple on Earth. I'm just coming at y'all real casual. So, just don't trip off me. I really didn't feel like making a video, but this was on my mind, so I just wanted to lay it down, these few thoughts, lay it down on wax. Now, this is sort of like a addition to my video lecture called All Black Americans Are Children of Cowards and House Negroes. Out of all the videos I have ever done, this particular lecture is probably one of the most important. So if you have not taken a look or a listen at that video, the title, all, not some, not those over there, all black Americans are children of cowards and house Negroes. If you haven't checked that video out, please do so. And I want us to talk about this particular subject. So far, it seems as though no one wants to conversate on what I presented. And we have to do these things. Because if we don't, then we will continue to have slow progress or no progress at all in this, what we call black liberation, or this, what we call black liberation or black power. Now, I want to make 2 points before these few minutes, and I really do enjoy talking with us. I have 2 points I would like to make before my time expires. The attributes of a black revolutionary. The attributes of a black liberator. The number one attribute, as I made very clear in the video that I just told you about, we have to be brave. But during our sojourn, during the processing of taking an African and making that African a slave, during that process, and during the time that we have been living here in the midst of our oppressors, that natural urge, that natural desire to rebel and be free, it has been taken away from us. There are always exceptions to the rule, but the majority of black folks in America especially, we don't have that drive. We don't have that desire to be free. We can talk it, but as far as actually doing it, is two different things. An attribute of a black liberator, an attribute of a black revolutionary. You have to have the mentality of not giving a damn about nothing else. Let me repeat that for y'all again. You have to have the mentality of only one goal, and that is the liberation of your people from the oppressor. That's your number one goal. That's your number one priority. Not making a family, not getting promoted at your job, not going to Disneyland on vacation, not watching the latest YouTube video, which is nice. I'm glad that you're here. But I would prefer that you to be involved in activity to free yourself and your people. That's much better. But see, some of y'all, you have different priorities. They have different agendas. There should be only one agenda, only one goal, one desire. What's the sense of going to Disneyland and you still a slave in this country? What's the sense of having a family when all of y'all, everything that you do benefit the oppressor? What's the sense of being on your job, whether you work for the white man or you work for yourself, and you pay the white man taxes, so you are actually paying the oppressor to oppress you? There should be one goal. One of our greatest examples of a black revolutionary was Nat Turner. Do you think Nat Turner was thinking about going to Disneyland? He definitely wasn't thinking about his job or having a family. Nat Turner was thinking about getting free, doing what he could in his power. No more, no less. He ain't thinking about pleasure and having joy. How you gonna have real pleasure? How you gonna have real joy? And you living under the roof of those who take your joy, who take your pleasure away. It don't last long. Do it. We need a permanent joy. Well, there's no such thing as permanent joy. There's no such thing as permanent pleasure. That's impossible. But we know that we deserve more than what has been happening to us and what have been done or given to us for over 400 years. We know that. Y'all wouldn't know how to act with real pleasure and having real joy, being content in the mind, breathing free. Don't have to worry about somebody always messing with you. We've had this bully, these people messing with us for hundreds of years. Y'all should be sick of it. And the reason why you and I are not free is because we call ourselves black revolutionaries. We claim to be Afrocentric and black conscious and of black power. But our focus is on other things. Your focus has to be on the freedom of yourself and your people all the way to the day you die. You should not want no joy. The only joy a black revolutionary have is dying for the cause, sacrificing for the cause. That's your joy. That's your pleasure. If dying for your people, if dying for black revolution, if not dying for and sacrificing for the liberation of your people, if that's not bringing you joy, then you are in the wrong business, and y'all need to shut up with your Afrocentric fake ass, your black power fake ass. Only thing you do is go on street corners and debate other black folks, listen to beautiful lectures, but your activity is not like that of a Nat Turner. Nat Turner's activity caused white folks fear and great harm. Your activity ain't doing a dang thing. Think about it. I know y'all don't like many of the things that I'm saying, because in your mind, it's enough. Is you comfortable? You will never gain freedom, justice, and true equality for yourself or your babies and future generations, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Because what you do is for future generations. The sacrifice that Nat Turner and all those with Nat Turner, they did for future generations. They knew it was not going to be for them. I know everything that I say, everything that I do, I will not reap the benefits. I'll be dead and rotten and gone from this planet. But I would hope that my words, my actions, something that I do will benefit future generations. My joy, I live for this cause. I don't care about girlfriends and boyfriends and daughters and sons. I care about freedom. I don't care about the Sunday dinner and all these other pleasures going to the football game, basketball. I don't care about nothing of this world. Are you listening? I don't care nothing about this world at all. You have to think about and be about the revolution. What is best for your people in the long run, in the future. At least the future generation can go back. And you're talking about living forever. If we, this generation, if we done, and if we were doing what we're supposed to do, don't you know? Listen to me. Please. Don't you know? We would be the greatest generation of human beings, not just black folks, the greatest generation of human beings that have ever walked this earth. You and I can do it. The gift has been given to us, if you understand. But like I said in my video, all black Americans, all African Americans are children of cowards and house Negroes. That's our number one problem, is that we are scared at heart. You might not want to admit it, but you are really afraid. You're afraid to die. You are afraid to suffer. In order to be free, you must be able to suffer with a smile on your face. Many of you do. You suffer, but you're suffering for the wrong reason. You were sacrificed to go to Six Flags over mid-America. You was suffer and sacrifice for those drugs, or that cake and ice cream, or that beer. You sacrifice for everything except that which you claim that you stand for, and that of which you claim that you want. And that makes us a hypocrite. And in Islam, the hypocrite is the most despised person of all. If you are found to be a hypocrite, it is truly disgusting. And in Islam, under the teachings of the Quran, you become a most hated and you disgusting and vile, pathetic creature. Nobody wants nothing to do with you. So we have to make up our mind. Are you really in a fight to free your people and yourself, or are you really just running your dang mouth just so that you can get more comfortable, so that you can get more privileges in this jail? Because the United Snakes of America is nothing but a jail for us, brothers and sisters. And if we were doing, not talking, if we were doing, instead of talking about metaphysics and the meta and all this high glorious wisdom, let me make something very clear. I don't want to make mockery of us. But believe me, Nat Turner did not care anything about metaphysics or all these different wisdoms that we're trying to figure out, or what the Quran say and all these different things. But now, Nat Turner was inspired by the Bible to rebel and become a true revolutionary. If these teachings are not causing you to be a true revolutionary, you need to put them down. They are hindering your ability to do what must be done. So, an attribute of a black liberator, an attribute of a true black revolutionary, is that you must not give a dang about nothing of this society, nothing of this life. You have the ability to rid yourself of this society and your oppressors and build a brand new world based on that which the creation gives to you brand new. So you don't have to worry about the white man's law. You're going to create your own law, your own way of doing things. But you're afraid, you're scared, and you talk a good game. So in conclusion, a true black revolutionary must be able to be a good salesperson. You must be able to sell this message to your people who don't want it. Just like the drug dealer sold heroin and crack to people who really don't want it, but you found a way to sell it to them. Just like at one time, many of you didn't know what McDonald's was, but somebody had to sell you on McDonald's. And just like a drug, once you get a person hooked, then you can make your moves the way you want to make a move, because now they hooked. You are the supplier of the drug. But this is not a drug that is detrimental to them. This is a drug that is beneficial to them and their babies, we as an entire people. You have to be a salesperson. And a salesperson is nice to everybody. A salesperson knows how to smile. A salesperson knows how to carry him or herself. You trying to make a sale. You think that you can just take a message and the people just have to accept it any way you bring it to them. No, they don't. That's why you're having a hard time. You have to make the message as, what's that word I'm looking for? Pliable to the masses as possible. You don't want to be a chump, but you want to give your message to the people as true, as real, as raw as possible, but yet and still be smooth. You have to bring it so it's acceptable to the palate. You know how it was, some of y'all, when you got drunk. You know how it is. You didn't really like that liquor, tasted all nasty, but after a while, it got you high. So, oh, my time is run out. Y'all got it. Jot down your comments. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth. Of course, I'm the gatekeeper of this internet ministry, known on YouTube or Facebook or Daily Motion or Vimeo as the mighty Angel Snub 7, your brother and hopefully your friend Taalik Ibn'rad. I only have a few minutes, so on this vizzy, let ye, that's me, get busy. Now, there are many of those who don't understand or just simply dislike many of the things that I have to say in regards to those who are descendants of slaves born in America, and that's fine and dandy. But when it's all said and done, if you are ever going to be successful, you're going to have to accept your reality. These things that the majority of us cling to is not real. That is not our reality. One of the things that we cling to, and I hear brothers and sisters say all the time, is that we we should populate. We should breed, breed, breed. That's the most craziest thing I have ever heard. And I want to give you this analogy. I want to give you this little simple story because we like hearing these stories. We like hearing his story. So, some of us have become obsessed with storytelling, history, and all these different things, these analogies. Jesus talked in what we call parables. So, in order to bring an example to make it very simple of what I want to express, let me give us this example. You have a society of wolves. Then you have a society of rabbits. The rabbits have a society, they have a culture, but they don't have any land. They live in the land of the wolves. They are controlled by the wolves. Everything that they are is because of the wolf. The black man and woman, the descendants of slaves, born in America, we are the rabbits. And the Caucasian people of America represent, or the wolf represents the Caucasian people of America. Now, the rabbits, as you know, is a fertile animal, and they breed. So that's what you suggest that we do. Breed, breed, breed. Now, the breeding of the rabbits. Since this is the wolf society, who do you think that all this breeding is benefiting? It is benefiting the wolves. Because with all this breeding, there is no attempt by the rabbits to separate themselves from the wolves. And as you breed and bring these baby rabbits into a wolf society, even though you know that wolves will eat rabbits, the baby rabbits, since they are not real hip to what is going on, naive, probably because just like you living here and really nothing has actually directly affected you, because maybe those rabbits got ate, but you all right. See, that's how we think. Those rabbits got ate. See, they're not gonna eat me because the wolves, they like me. I am an exception to the rule. That's how many so-called Negroes, dark Europeans, Uncle Sambos in America, that's how they feel. Oh, the white man not gonna mess with me because I know how to live with wolves. So you have all these babies. The babies don't benefit you. And what happens is, since they are born and live in a wolf society, and they are naive to the wolf, then it is easier for them to be eaten by the wolf. And you have so many rabbits running around, the other rabbits really don't pay too much attention that some of their brothers and sisters are missing. I can show the correlation of this by, in general society, I was told that the most missing people in America are black folks. Now, you see white folks on TV all the time. They are missing. Now, on TV, by the wolf-controlled media, they will make you believe it's always white folks that's missing. But according to FBI statistics that I heard, I'm not going to say that I researched this, but I learned from another Caucasian person. They said, this coming from a Caucasian person, y'all believe what white folks said. White folks always tell the truth. So this white man said that the most missing people in America are black folks. So to remind you of all the missing people or the missing rabbits that would be missing living in a wolf society, because the wolf gonna eat some of those rabbits now and then. Why would you want to have babies? You cannot control these babies. Y'all so-called black conscious. You can teach your babies black conscious. You can teach them about Kemet. You can teach them about all this black stuff that y'all got. But they living with wolves. And they see that some of the wolves is nice. All the wolves ain't the same. You get where I'm coming from? So you breeding and you giving your babies to the wolves, you making it easier for them to eat them. Because they're not going to, you cannot control their mentality. You can't control their mind. So they are born in an environment where they are naive. They don't understand the wolf. They are influenced by the wolf. The wolf, no matter what you say, or no matter what you teach, once your babies begin to take on their own mentalities, begin to think for what they want to think about, they see the wolf as a non-threat. Why are you a revolutionary thinking about having babies? Why you want to bring your children into a society, into an environment that you and I need to get the hell out of? Oh, you want the black man to go extinct. The bottom line is that it is better for black people to go extinct than continue to live the way that we do, to continue to live in this slave-like condition. It's better that we go extinct. Why would you want to give your babies to your enemy so your enemy can use them? That's what's happening. The only way that you can really shape your babies and teach your babies so they'll be what you want them to be is that you have to be outside of the jurisdiction or the power and the control of the wolf. Otherwise, as a rabbit, you get eaten up. And we have been eaten. We've been seen as prey for over 400 years living in this wolf environment. But see, how can you be a revolutionary? You're a revolutionary. Why do you want to have family? Why do you want to have all this stuff like everything is all right? This is an unnatural environment. You don't deserve to have no family. You don't deserve to have all this. When you fight and you die and you survive all this and you make a land of your own, then you earn family. Then you earn all this what the wolves enjoy right now. But until then, you live in some type of fantasy delusion where you can believe that you can live in the house of your enemy, but yet, and then at the same time, you're going to fight and think that everything is going to be all right. That's not how it works. Y'all delusional. And that's because you have a house Negro mentality. That's what I keep telling you. You don't have the will to do what's necessary in order to free your bonds once and for all. Steady living, want to live and breed, have your babies so the wolf can get a hold of them. There is no animal, and I'm going to close this video. There is no animal that's going to have a baby around that which preys on it. You'll never see a rabbit have no baby around no wolves. You'll never see no zebra have no baby around lions. That's unnatural. So what you talking about, what y'all thinking is an unnatural behavior. Because really, you fear freedom. Really, you don't know how to get it. You don't know what it is. You all messed up in the head. You want it, but then you don't want it. And so you don't like this ministry and you try to avoid what I say because it messes up your delusion. So when your slave as die, you can feel like you tried to do something or you knew, but no, you didn't. You didn't know any better. You're living in La La Land. So until you get out of La La Land, you will never be free. Continue to talk all this fictional fantasy nonsense. But as long as you come here, I'm going to give you your reality. You're going to be a soldier, then step up. This ain't no domestic, nothing where we can be domestic or nothing like that. You got to be a soldier and do what's necessary to free our people from this bondage. Not put them more deep in the cage. This is your brother Taalik Ibn'rad. Thank you for listening. Jot down your comments. This was and is. It's better to be extinct than a slave. The Reality's temple on earth. Peace forever and always. You've come to the right place. I am your brother, the mighty, Angel Snub 7. Your brother and hopefully your friend, Taalik Ibn'rad. I just wanted to make this very short video while I had this thought. I don't know why I'm getting tongue-tied. See, tongue-tied. I don't know why I'm getting so tongue-tied lately. Probably because I really am not in the mood to make a video, but I feel as though I have to make one while the thought is on my mind. And I want to just present this thought to you. Man, it is hot today. But on this busy, let ye, that's me, get busy. I want to address this crap that I hear all the time. All this arrogant bragging coming from Caucasian people and others. They always say or make a claim that they are so hardworking. Oh, the Mexicans, see, I'm so tongue-tied. The Mexicans are so hardworking. The Chinese, the Japanese, and of course, we white people, we are all so hardworking. And even some of the Africans and other people from around the earth that come to America to find a better place to live, we are so hardworking, and the only lazy person is the so-called Negro, the descendants of slaves in America. You know, they say these ludicrous, stupid things all the time. You mean to tell me that there are no lazy people among white folks? There are no lazy Mexicans or Africans or all this. This is nonsense. There is no more hard-working people than black folks who you think built this nation for free. And if they or their children decide for some reason they want to take a break from hard labor, why can't they? After making you super rich, super wealthy. And this you know. And now that it's done, you want to claim like you so hardworking. You do this and you have this work ethic. There are lazy people no matter where you go. You can go to China, there are lazy people. There are lazy white folks in America, in Europe. There are lazy folks everywhere. Not just one particular so-called race of people. You want to claim it's all black folks. These descendants of slaves, the so-called Negro, African Americans are so lazy. Then you always forget to mention that you can work hard all your life. And this is for the majority of people in this country. You can work hard all your life, never miss a day at work, and you die poor and broke. That's a fact. So explain that to me. So what's the sense of working hard and you don't get nothing in return? Hard work. The African, the Chinese, or the Arabs, or whomever, the Mexicans, whoever come over here, they work hard and they become successful. But it's not them as a people. You don't see this as a people because it is the same. You can work hard all your life and still have nothing. But you know, when it comes to so-called immigrants or these illegal aliens, now you want to brag that everybody is hardworking except black folks. Now, if the Arab or the African or the Mexican or the Japanese or Asian, whoever, these other people that come to America, they become so successful. But black folks, nothing happened. But black folks, we've been here the longest, but we have not progressed. But yet and still, you don't know, or you don't tell the true story of the obstacles placed and the things that black folks have had to and still deal with. You just want to ignore that. These persons, you help them. Many of them get help from this government through different programs or whatever. And many of these programs that the Africans and Mexicans and all these other foreign people that come to America, they benefit from the civil rights movement. They benefit from the struggle of black folks. Oh, but that is totally ignored, including some of y'all women. Much of the women's rights, much of what you have gained is because of the struggle for human rights or civil rights by the African so-called American of this nation. But if the African and the Arab and the Mexicans and the Japanese, all these successful people, if they are so hard working, then how come your hard work did not pay off in Mexico or Japan or somewhere in Africa? All these places y'all run to, you had to jump on a boat, travel thousands and thousands of miles to come here and beg white folks for a job. White folks, you had to beg white folks for an opportunity. You ain't nothing but a high-class beggar. You have the nerve to call somebody lazy. You so hard-working, how come you couldn't make it from where you came from? Don't you be talking about somebody. When you talk about somebody, make sure your own house is clean. How you going to talk about somebody and your house is dirty? I'm not going to let you get away with it. And that's why y'all stay the hell away from me and you don't debate or argue with me, because I know who you are. I know what has happened. You so hard working, but yet and still, and then you become so Americanized that you don't take none of your success back to your nation and help build your own nation. You become and betray. You betray Mexico. You betray the African nation you came from. Then you become a white people butt licker. You like to lap, lap, lap. Ooh, you love to lick feces. So you don't impress me when you call black folks lazy or with all these names that you come at us with. You don't impress me because you ain't a nobody. Now, to bring this little talk to conclusion, I want to aim this and direct this these last few minutes to those who, these Caucasian people who think they are so great, hardworking. If you're so hardworking, why did your forefathers need slaves for over 300 years? And then after slavery was over, you still gave underpaid black folks to serve you. But you so hardworking. And if you so hardworking, Mr. White Man, Mr. Racist White Man, Mrs. Racist White Woman, if y'all so hardworking, then how come so many of your people are homeless on the street? How come many of your men don't pay the white woman child support? How come so many of you have become dope fiends and drunkards? So many of y'all are now collecting food stamps. Food stamps, since so many people are using food stamps nowadays, nobody don't even trip off of it no more. There is no more embarrassment because many white people are on food stamps. You so hard working, the white man is so hard working, but when you retire, you need a social security check. I thought you was hard working. Don't hard work supposed to bring success? So what do you need social security for? And then you have rich white folks that need a bailout, but your hard work, you working so hard, you can't bail yourself out. You need to go to the government to bail out Wall Street, to bail out the car companies, the airline companies, McDonald's maybe. But y'all so hard working. So you might be hard working, but y'all apparently must not be that smart. Oh, but y'all have a high IQ too. I remember that. Y'all have a high IQ. Well, if you have such a high IQ and hard working, then there should never have been an economic recession because y'all too smart and hard working for that, right? You have white children going to school out of motels. White men and women cheating on their taxes, but y'all so hard working. Oh, I could go on and on. Don't think that you are perfect. Oh, I know you don't like me, because I'm going to show you and remind you what you really are. The only hard work that you've ever done for real in this nation, Mr. White Man, Mrs. White Woman, you have been hard work at lying and stealing, the destruction of this planet, the destruction of the habitat of animals, murder, warmongering. That's what you've been hard at work since your existence upon this planet, and your own history written by your hand verifies that. You don't like it? Then you need to talk to your historians. This nation was stolen. Had nothing to do with your hard work. You was hard at work stealing. You was hard at work enslaving black folks. You was hard at work killing Native American people and doing wicked things. That's what you was doing. So stop being, well, you're not going to stop, but you're not going to bring that nonsense here, because I know better. And that's why you don't like brothers and sisters like myself who know better. You can't pull that one off, Mr. Hard Worker, Mr. and Mrs. Hard Working, so smart, but look at the condition of your nation. So you need to make mockery of black people in order to make yourself feel good, because you know y'all messed up. You know you messed up. So you need to find a scapegoat in order to make yourself feel a little bit better, because you not that smart and you dang sure not that hard working. Jot down your comments. If they civil, they will be approved. This is your brother, Angel Slutton of 7. This was and is the Reality's Temple on Earth.